This thing is literally just the Ash of Agni with a slightly washed out color palette. Hello everybody, you can call me Bloody, and welcome back to Spyro Nights. We're crafting weapons again. This time, we need a Stagger Storm. And with this, makes the last of the recipes from Sullivan. Wait, what? Mark 2? Where's Mark 1? Oh, here it is. Never mind, found it. Like I was saying before, with this makes the last of the Krogma recipes from Sullivan. We already have all the heart trinkets, so we might not need to get any Enamorok. And we already have all the attack trinkets and all the other stuff that we'll need, so we might not need any mod calibrators. But in the meantime, let's get ourselves a Mark 2 of this thing that we just got from the bazaar. Now we can stun monsters in the clockworks more efficiently. Stun is kind of an interesting effect because it slows down the animation of the monsters, which can give you just a little bit of breathing room in battle. But for now, let's go find somewhere to test drive this thing. Now where can we go into the arcade? We find an arena! It's a little bit silly, but the forums seem to say that most of the weapon recipes from Sullivan aren't really all that good. And that's kinda true, to be honest. As the weapon recipes that players most likely seem to go for, from what I've seen on the forums, are the Electron Vortex and maybe the Volt Edge. As for all the other recipes that are being sold by Sullivan, that would be entirely up to the individual player to decide whether or not they're willing to farm the Krogmos for. Alright, we stunned a few things, and even defeated a slime with this thing. I think that should be fine. Time to forge weapons some more. There we go. Oh, my boosters ran out. And I forgot to restock them. Well, I'll get around to that later. In the meantime, why don't we go find an unsuspecting monster in the clockworks to probably stun lock with our new toy. I don't think we can actually do that, but why not? To the arcade. What matters to us at least is that we managed to craft all the weapons that Sullivan has to offer, meaning that we probably won't be seeing them again anytime soon. But who knows, maybe we will again, someday. But that should be good enough. Our thingamabobber is ready for upgrading. Now we're just gonna chuck it in the forge for a few minutes, or until we start to see the edges crisp up. Speaking of which, this thing is literally just the Ash of Agni with a slightly washed out color palette. But anyways, back at the Haven, we're ready for our Stagger Storm. Let there be upgrading. We have upgraded. We've got our new stun toy. Let's get this thing on and go see how this thing does in the arcade. Usually when I make these videos, I just do them for fun. They aren't really meant to be informative or anything. But maybe we can try out a new idea. There goes. This weapon that we're using is the Stagger Storm. It's a 5-star weapon with most of the recipes that we can get from Sullivan, for about 350 Krogma coins for most of the sets. From the 3-star to the 5-star. Except for the 2-star version that we just so happen to get at the bazaar. But you can get the recipe from the Hall of Heroes. However, we found that out just a little bit too late. It has elemental damage, and has a good chance of causing the minor stun status effect. It's sorta useful in how it's able to slow down monsters by stunning them, but maybe it'll be a bit more practical against lockdown players. Apparently, this weapon was originally developed by the Spyro Order to harmlessly subdue dangerous species, and how we're able to deal with foes unfortunate enough to be caught in this thing is entirely up to us. Overall, it's a decent weapon. There are probably some better status effect weapons that we could probably use, but if you feel like this weapon is for you, then feel free to farm the Krogmas for it and give it a try. But for now, why don't we go loot this treasure and head on home. But with all that done and dusted, we managed to complete our weapons test for the Stagger Storm. Welcome to the arsenal, Stagger Storm. We should probably go and get the 2-star recipe version of this thing from the Hall of Heroes, but we can do that whenever we get back there. And that's all that I have to show you for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.